Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerdlings of all ages, welcome to Dorado. We have games for release, even though Overwatch isn't out yet. So hopefully, while the game is down, you're going to be enjoying this. This is actually a scrim, so it is a practice game between Luminosity and Reunited. On the side of Luminosity, we have Milo, Pooks, Esper, Enigma, Gods, and Seagull attacking. We have that double Hanzo coming out for them here on Dorado. And defending, we have Morta, Valutaja, Unfixed, Winghaven, Too Easy, and Cruz from Team Reunited GG, which I'm sure a lot of you guys will have seen on King of the Watch as well. In fact, we cast them, Joshy and I did, just earlier tonight, so nice to be hanging out with them here on the North American server this time to check out their scrims with Luminosity later on. And at the moment, Gods being the first person to die, but immediately followed by Unfixed and Winghaven already forcing out the revive from Esper there, and Seagull moving in behind to see if he can pick off a kill or two. It doesn't look like we're able to at the moment. Gods using his ultimate. Seagull still got his at 96%. Oh, and that looks like a Riptire, so we're going to be following that from a Junkrat. Unfixed there, by the way. Is he going to be able to get in? He doesn't quite, unfortunately. Trying to wiggle his way around, but unsuccessfully doing so. And what is happening in the thick of the action? Milo is, wow, massive Earth Shatter picking off Winghaven and Mort, trying to combine that with Dragon Strike from Hanzo, but Seagull unfortunately not able to get any kills. Just a little bit to the right for where he would have liked, and now he has to go ahead and backtrack himself. You can see him moving back down here. He doesn't want to get completely and utterly scattered 1v3 or 1v4 there, which means Luminosity are going to have to regroup. And Reunited are doing a good job of defending so far. So let's take a look at what that defense actually looks like. Well, Valutaja immediately getting taken out by Gods there, so not too much to talk about. Winghaven is in the thick of the action with his shields at comfortably 1600. He gets taken out by Gods as well. Fine, we're just going to go ahead and look at Gods at this point. And I'm expecting him to take everyone else out. Hopefully this isn't a spectator curse and he goes straight down like a sack of potatoes. There is the ultimate. Powers straight through. Graviton Surge, though, preventing him from going too far. Managing to eliminate Too Easy, but that's otherwise about it. Spotting a character inside the hole there. Is that Junkrat by the looks of it? It looks like it from the silhouette. It is indeed. Unfixed at the moment, already with his ultimate available as well. He might want to consider using that at some point, but he gets taken out by Enigma. And there is no chance for him to run away, as Seagull also unleashes his ultimate. So he gets taken now. Let's go ahead and zoom out to third person view to work out where the payload is in relation. Okay, it's just about to be capped. And it looks like Luminosity will be able to go ahead and move towards the next point. Reunited giving them plenty of room. And this is all going to be about the aerial dominance. So Unfixed on Winston. He's going to be able to hop around, but also kill off any heroes that decide to plug their way up here. Very, very useful. You can see they're giving an awful lot of respected room to Luminosity at the moment. What other heroes have they got with them? Too Easy is on Widowmaker. Very, very cool, and also not entirely unexpected at all. Just patiently waiting. Unfixed in the meantime looks like he's in a little bit of a pickle and will go down. Valutaja looking to find a way to move on out behind. It looks like Too Easy is actually being attacked at the moment. No, okay, he manages to get out of that, no problem. And right now, the attack on the ground, I have to say, is going quite well, because basically while all of this positioning and posturing is happening, the payload has just kept moving. These guys more or less haven't been doing anything to stop the payload from moving. And I think that's really the problem here. Unfixed now, they're going to be the first person anywhere close to the payload. But actually, Milo is solo pushing this to the checkpoint. So these guys are going to be... Are they really going to... Okay, they're not going to let it. Winghaven has decided to combat. Oh, and that is an excellent Earth Shatter. Too Easy going down there. Correctly taking out the support first. But everyone is now collapsing onto Milo. There's the Dragon Strike coming in to try and help. Seagull takes out Valutaja. Another Dragon Strike coming out, so both Gods and Seagull now trying to clear everyone off the point, but unsuccessful so far. There's no one actually to push the payload the last couple of meters. Taking out Cruz, though, is a good start to that. If he gets this Reinhardt as well, if he gets Winghaven, then I think he might have a pretty good chance here. Climbing up the wall to try and get a better vantage point from up above. And he will do a decent job. Valutaja, though, as the payload reaches the checkpoint, is going to have something to say about the guys coming in here. He has got Deadeye available. This is not a good place to use it, though. It's very, very cramped. He'll only have visibility of 1 or 2 players at a time, and those heroes that do see him will be able to kill him off very easily as well in that choke point. So he has to back off. Milo has his ultimate, so an Earth Shatter potentially coming down here, but again, until the teams actually head on engage, it's not going to be too useful. I am looking at Gods, and whether or not he's going to be thinking about using his ultimate over there. Let's take a look at the aerial view. Unfixed, looking like he's going to be doing a little bit of reconnaissance. Milo rushing in. There is the ultimate from Gods, trying to pierce through, and he manages actually to do a good amount of damage on Winghaven before Milo, I think, finishes him off. And Seagull also has his ultimate as well. So are we going to potentially use it? We are indeed. There is the ultimate from Seagull. He gets Mort. Ooh, Mort is actually a big pickoff. No Mercy is going to be very frustrating for the next 20 seconds or so for Reunited. And that's actually going to give Luminosity a very good opportunity to push all the way to the end here. We need Mercy in this composition. Mercy has res, and we just need her to run back as quickly as possible. This payload's getting very close, though. They have to collapse really soon. Here comes Winghaven. Both sides with sound barriers coming out, and it's an all-out brawl just a couple of meters away from the final checkpoint. And from Luminosity successfully completing this map. Reunited at the moment, feeling pretty calm about the whole thing. The only ultimate on the board right now is Too Easy, who has decided to go with Junkrat for this portion of the map. He doesn't feel the need to use it at the moment. It looks like we have a reset coming out here from Luminosity. The payload has indeed stopped, but these guys are about to start, so I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Milo waiting for the rest of the team to group up before he decides to move on in here. No, not too many shots on the shield at the moment, and there is the Riptire coming out from Too Easy. Let's see how far it gets. Is he going to go upstairs and get Hanzo? Oh, and do we have surprise? We do have surprise Riptire, but it doesn't actually end up killing anyone, which is a little bit surprising in itself. But he managed to get all the way in front of Reinhardt then. Enigma going down to Winghaven by the looks of things. And casualties on both sides. It is going to be 3v3 as things stand. Milo managing to get the better by the looks of things of that melee engagement, and he will survive. Now 4 alive to all 6, but we have got a regrouping job to do as far as Luminosity are concerned. They have 2 minutes and 6 seconds left to get this payload to its destination. It's so close. But they really need to make the final push very soon. There is a Dragon Strike. Seagull dies after casting that, unfortunately. He's just trying to clear the area. There's the second Dragon Strike. Cruz gets caught initially in the thick of it, and he's now coming back to go ahead and smack Milo. Enigma now. Ooh, Mort in a very offside position, and yes, Mercy is going to die very quickly indeed. Winghaven coming in now with an Earth Shatter to try and clear the rest of the payload. He might actually be able to do it. Winghaven, okay, successfully staying alive there, and unfortunately for Luminosity, their collapse once again doesn't work against Reunited. They are now left with 115. Overtime is potentially quite difficult because to get all the way from the spawn point to here, it is not the world's shortest journey, so it's very difficult to trickle in. Milo coming in, leading the front on Reinhardt. And we'll take a look at what the initiate time is on Pooks. He is going to be responding to the opposing sound barrier. So he was second by literally about a quarter of a second. Wouldn't worry too much about it. Esper up top doing a good job of healing Seagull, actually. Seagull continuing to do a good amount of damage on Farah. Oops. And accidentally hitting himself a little bit there, but that's fine. He's doing so much damage to the opposite team. And we have a high noon coming out. There's that Valutaja. Valutaja manages to pick off Esper with that bad looks thing. So we're going to go back to Seagull for now, who looks very dead. And let's check out Enigma and whether we're going to need to use Primal Rage. 15 seconds left to go now. Are we going to be able to push? This is looking increasingly difficult. Who is actually going to be touching the payload? Milo is rushing in on Reinhardt. He cannot wait. But unfortunately, he can't touch the payload in time, and Reunited will successfully defend their payload on Dorado. Congratulations to them. Of course, this is just a scrim, and there are experimental things going on as well. But generally speaking, just fun to watch these players play. Oh, that is sick. Map hack plus Dragon Strike equals ouch.